Okay, so the wildest thing about the Turkey Tom allegations isn't the accusations, it's how his response accidentally became the funniest flex in commentary history. This was supposed to be a career-ending situation. Instead, it turned into 41 minutes of a shy, terminally online gooner reading receipts while the entire internet loses it in the comments. Low-key, that pivot from "is he done" to "this might be peak content" is insane. You have to understand where everyone was at before this. People already did not like Turkey Tom. Not in a cute, oh, he's controversial way, more in a racist, content-stealing, gooner freak kind of way. A lot of viewers were fully ready to dogpile him. They hated the guy, and still ended up saying, yeah, no, he's clearly not guilty here. That's how hard the evidence hit. So when the allegations dropped, secret filming, rough sex, bleeding, all that, everyone was like, of course it's Tom. Commentary Twitter was foaming at the mouth, and even other creators were side-eyeing him. But the actual proof? Barely there. Screenshots that felt cherry-picked, long Kiwi Farms threads, and vibes. No real receipts. And then he hits upload on a video literally called My Side. Like, bro, you can't make that up. Even the title sounds like a generic YouTuber apology. Except, this is Turkey Tom. Of course he was going to treat it like a documentary about his own downfall. Now here's where it flips. Instead of the classic dog size, ukulele, I didn't want to make this video routine, Tom just looks at the camera and starts lawyering up with screenshots. No shaky voice, no I'm a changed man, nothing. Just, here's what they said. Here's what actually happened. Very early on, he drops a line that basically sets the tone for the whole thing. He goes, I have never recorded any encounter with explicit consent. That's it? No fluff, no fake tears, just a hard, clean denial, and then straight into proof. And this is where the receipts start getting almost comically incriminating, but not for him. Rowan, the main ex, literally texts him, you should get those meta glasses when you crack me. He replies, for what? And she doubles down with, cracking time. Do you realize how cooked you are when your whole allegation is he recorded me without consent, but the texts show you were the one begging for POE meta glasses sex tapes? Like that's not just self-owned territory. That's thank you for the evidence, Your Honor territory. Later, when she's asking him to send the videos back, she literally says, I will watch them and keep them close to my heart. So he's sitting there on video like, these are the same videos she's now claiming were filmed without consent. And the audience is just collectively going, there is no way she thought this would hold up. But the real reason why Turkey Tom's ex is so cooked is not because of evidence only. It's the energy of the texts. You've got Rowan sending the most unhinged gooner brain paragraphs of all time, timing up in the woods, I want to be kidnapped, constant rape time jokes. And his replies are like, yeah, okay, good night, sweet dreams. No emojis, no freaky add-ons, just the driest federal agent messages known to man. High-key, he texts like he knows one day a commentary channel is going to pause on every message in 4K. That's why the whole comment section immediately locked onto the same joke. The only crime anyone sees is Tom's dry-ass texts. People are writing essays about how she's out here foaming at the mouth over his BWC, and he's responding like a dad talking to his kids. The contrast is what makes it so funny. You're watching her be the gooner final boss, and he's barely engaging. It's like pairing the most deranged Discord e-girl on Earth with a guy who doesn't even know what a girl is. And then there's the infamous line. At one point in the messages, she says some wild freaky thing, and Tom's reply is just, damn, exams suck. That's it. That's the whole response. This man is being accused of brutal, non-consensual stuff, and the actual logs look like she's auditioning for the most cursed fanfic ever written, while he's just stressing about his schedule. Commentators were quoting that line like it was scripture. People are timestamping it, memeing it, turning it into merch ideas. You can't watch that and seriously go, yeah, this guy seems like he was just steamrolling her boundaries. If anything, it feels like she kept trying to drag him deeper into some weird CNC fantasy, and he's the one constantly going, no, that's not grape, that's consensual sex. Or, yeah, let's not do that. Low-key, the biggest plot twist of the whole video wasn't the allegations. It was finding out Turkey Tom actually has sex. The whole internet thought he was this permanently indoors goblin who just yells about other people's scandals. Then suddenly there's a whole archive of women thirsting over him and begging for the BWC. Bro, that alone had people spiraling. And this is where the everyone gathers and hops on Tom's side. If you check the comment section from the My Side video, it's not just a little support, it's a full-on victory parade. You've got hundreds of comments with tens of thousands of likes each, all basically saying the same three things. This is the funniest drama response they've ever seen. Tom absolutely bodied the allegations. These women did not think ahead about going after a guy whose entire brand is keeping receipts. The vibe isn't, this is complicated. It's, bro turned career-ending accusations into the biggest flex folder I've ever seen.
So when you're making a video about this, you're not walking into a war zone. You're walking into a room where everyone's already laughing, pointing at the same screenshots, and going, yeah, this is cooked for her. The consensus is emotional. It's humor, relief, and a bit of vindication for everyone sick of flimsy, performative callouts.
But like, as funny as it all is, there's a darker layer here that hits a little different. Because buried under the Gooner jokes and BWC memes is the fact that someone tried to stick a predator label on him using claims that just do not survive contact with the full context. And that matters. False or wildly exaggerated accusations don't just clown the accuser. They make it harder for real victims to be believed. You can see that tension in the way some people talk about it. They'll go, yeah, Tom's still a degenerate racist commentary goblin, but this isn't it. And honestly, that's kind of the point. You don't have to like him to admit the receipts are on his side. That's what makes the consensus feel real instead of just fanboy damage control. For a lot of viewers, this video was like a stress test of their own standards. Are you against abuse because you care about consent, or because you like taking down guys you already hate? When the evidence flips, can you flip too? Or are you stuck defending someone who clearly lied because it fits your narrative better? It low-key forces you to ask, would you be this fair if you actually liked the accused? Or are you only suddenly pro-nuance because it's Turkey Tom and you want an excuse to still enjoy his content? And then there's Rowan herself. The video never lets you forget that under all the memes, there's a person who is clearly not okay. People keep pointing out she has BPD, serious mood issues, and is throwing nuclear accusations around instead of getting help. That doesn't excuse what she tried to do, but it does explain the level of chaos. Tom handled that part almost too well. He could have gone extra vicious, but instead he kind of just lets her own words hang there. The threats, the blackmail, the "I'm gonna ruin you if you don't see me," all of it is just played straight. No dramatic music needed. The audience can connect the dots on their own. And maybe that's why the humor hits so hard. It's not haha mental illness funny. It's this situation is so absurd, the only way to process it is to laugh. The BWC memes, the trust no e-girl jokes, the stop sticking it in crazy comments, they're all people trying to make sense of how you get from I will keep these videos close to my heart to you're a predator with zero new evidence in between. High-key, the internet's consensus is less we stand Turkey Tom and more if you're going to accuse someone of a life-ruining crime, you can't have an entire archive of you begging for the exact thing you now say was abuse. That's the standard people are rallying around. So where does that leave us? You've got a commentary YouTuber who built a career dissecting other people's scandals, suddenly starring in a Turkey Tom video about himself. One of the top comments literally goes, even Turkey Tom ended up in a Turkey Tom video, and everyone collectively went, yeah, that tracks. He spends 41 minutes doing what he normally does to other people, timeline breakdowns, message analysis, exposing contradictions, except this time the creepy texts are about his own BWC. It's embarrassing, it's deeply personal, and it's also the only way to clear his name. I don't care how much you hate him, that's a nightmare scenario. And yet, he kind of pulls it off. He walks out with his reputation mostly intact, his accusers looking ridiculous, and his comment section turning into one of the funniest group roasts the platform's seen in a while. That's not a W you plan for. That's a W you stumble into because the truth just happens to be that unflattering for them. So yeah, laugh at the Gooner texts, clown his dry replies, make as many BWC jokes as you want, but also keep this in the back of your mind. If even a guy this disliked can clear his name this hard just by dropping unedited receipts, maybe the real standard we need is simple. No more vibes-only allegations. Bring logs or don't bring it at all. Anyway, that's how Turkey Tom accidentally made the funniest drama response video on YouTube by treating a potential cancellation like a documentary and trusting that the truth, low-key, would slay harder than any narrative. What do you think? Did my side actually change how you look at internet allegations? Or was this just an S-tier spectacle we all watched for the memes?